everyone, it's Joe Beauty 87 here, and yes, I know only where my eyes is done, and it's not even fully done. So let me explain. Okay, so I just got the She's and Party palette in the mail this week. This is what it looks like. When I saw it, I immediately thought of another palette that I already owned that gave similar tones. So I was like, I'll compare it to that one. But I didn't want to have a super long video. I told you I'm trying to cut y'all down on the time of the videos because I feel like they'd be entirely too long and I need to cut it. But my editing hasn't got to the point where I'm just like, I know what parts I can take out and what to leave in or whatever. So I usually just end up having a longer video than I want to. But it reminded me of the Lolita palette, which is what's on this eye by KVD Vegan Beauty. So as you can see, the tones are similar. The only thing is this is all matte, which is why my lid isn't fully done yet, because we're going to use one of the shimmers in the She's and Party palette after we create this eye to see if you can get a similar look. Because this one I found on the clearance rack at Sephora for $23.50. And I feel like since it's a similar color story and it's not like the $48, you might not necessarily want to get it. And then you can use shimmer singles that you already have in your collection and save that coin. So that's why I was like, let's go ahead and use this She's and Party and see if we can recreate this look with it. Because if you can, you might want to just invest that $23.50 and get like those similar shades, especially since she's not necessarily canceled anymore, or because she doesn't participate in ownership of the brand anymore. So let's get started. I'm going to take my Sigma E45 brush and we're gonna go to the darkest shade, which is Diypansy. Now obviously this shade is much darker than that one. I had to mix another shade with this shade to get it as light as it is, because this one is like super dark, y'all, I'm telling you. And this palette is quite pigmented if you haven't noticed. But I'm gonna take this color Mean Street, this one, and we're gonna go in the outer V and start with that. So there you go. It's actually pretty dark as well. Like in the pan, it doesn't look as dark as that one, but I feel like they're giving me similar vibes. So okay. And this palette retails for $48. I got mine on Melt's website itself when they had their sale over last weekend. That was, how much was it? It was 40 bucks, and then they were doing free shipping. So I was like, bless our Lord, yes. So then I bought it because I was like, look here. I wanted to try it. I didn't buy the stack when this came out just because I was like, you know, I'm not that big on the darker plumber type tones. I like more mauvey things, but so far I feel like the Eyelook is looking nice and, you know, really similar to the other one that I already have on. So I'm definitely here for that whole situation there. So let's go ahead and take a clean blending brush and dust this off. I'm going to take my Sigma E40 and just dust into this. But so far I feel like they're looking quite similar, at least when it comes to this shade. I was concerned that this one wasn't going to match that one, but it matches pretty damn well. I feel like there's a little more purple in this one than there is in this one, or at least a little more deepness in purple when it comes to this one. But you know, could be because I layered another shade on top of it thinking this wasn't going to be as dark. So just bear that part in mind. Now I'm going to take my Sigma E33 Detailed Diffuse Crease Brush, one of my all-time favorite Sigma brushes. And what shade did I use again? I think, yeah, I'll use this shade. I'll use this shade last, right here. And just go ahead and dust that in the crease. One thing that sucks is I just realized is now, like, there's no super lighter shade for me to dust over the top. So I'm gonna have to dust the same when I'm putting in the crease over the top as well. Because the Lolita palette has another shade that I use to dust over this. But it's okay, we're just gonna, what we got. Or I might just mix this and the lighter shade sitting next to it. So that way it'll look better when we go over the top of this. Because I want them to look as similar as possible, but I feel like this is the only other shade that I could dust over the top, and you know, it's not gonna be as light, so I'm gonna have to combine a couple of shades to make it work. But I figure it'll look similar enough once, you know, the shimmers and everything are on the eye to where you won't be able to notice it. I find that this one blends a little bit better than this one does too. It blends out a little more smoother and evenly. Or maybe the other one's just more pigmented than this one and I put too much on. I don't know, but I feel like the Lolita one is a little bit harder to blend. And this one just blends out smoother and nicer. But you see, or maybe I'm just bad at doing this eye, and that's why it's doing that. I don't know. Where's my, yeah, here it is. We'll take the E40 again and just dust all this here. and hook all this up right here. Okay, now I'm going to take this Luxie small tapered, mini tapered brush, and we're gonna mix this shade and dust those over the top of this shade to get that same gradient, if you will. So I'm gonna start off with the darker one, tap a little bit of that off, and then tap into the lighter one, and then tap a little bit of that off, and then I feel like we will make the color that is on the other side. Well, I mean, it's a little lighter, but you know, I had to mix two shades, and one shade is obviously lighter, so it's gonna be a little bit lighter. As you can see, I feel like I'm blending it in, and you can't tell a huge, well, yeah, you can, just because that's more of a lilac-y lavender shade, and the other shade is a little bit more of a plumish type shade. But hopefully I don't look super crazy, and hopefully I go out at night, because right now it's not necessarily looking like a vibe. Now for the shimmer that we're gonna put on both lids, because like I told you, I wanted to have shimmers on both sides, so I need a shimmer on this side. I feel like this eye looks way better than this one. Knowing me, I want Strange Love just because it looks like it's really reflective and glittery, so we're gonna use that one. I'm gonna start off with it on a Refer number 2 brush, and then if I don't like it on that brush, then I have my Wet n Wild Pac-Man brush. I love doing this. Every time I pick it up, I'm like, yes. You have to look at all the cute little things. But let's go ahead and put this on the eyeball and see how it goes. So, ooh, yes, this shade is gorgeous, and with this brush, it's looking amazing. Please and thank you. And I feel like y'all knew me, so y'all knew this was the color I was going to pick, the most super glittery and reflective one. I feel like the other one's a little more muted, so if I wanted, you know, a more toned down look, I would use those. But we're gonna take Strange Love on the other side now, and I'm gonna put a picture on Instagram. Y'all can tell me which one you like better, because I'm about to go outside and take my hair down and take some Look at Me, I Think I'm Sexy Instagram pictures with this full face of dupes and, you know, brand new things like I have on the Juvia's Place lipstick and lip gloss and liner right now. So y'all can tell me all the goodness of what you think of what's going on with my face. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to do lower lash line work, because I feel like I do since I'm not doing any other eye looks today, but I'm definitely, yes. Look at that. I feel like you can't tell that big a difference. Again, you can see the lavenderish lighter shade on here, but once I put the shimmer on, I felt like they look pretty damn close. And I'm here for it. And I hope you're here for it too. So, lower lash line work. Let's figure something out here. I'm gonna use inner corner shimmer from here too, so I'm just gonna use the same brush for that. We're trying to preserve brushes here, girl, because I already got all these I have to wash when this dude was over. Not to mention the ones I used in the Lolita palette before we put on this palette. So I'm just over here crying in the morning because I know I'm gonna have to go wash all these brushes when I'm done. I don't want to do it, so yeah. So for the lower lash line, I'm thinking I just want to use the color that we put in the crease. So I'm going to use this one. This is the color I use for this palette. Oh, the colors I use in this palette, by the way. I use this color, and these two colors right here to create that matte situation I made. But I think I'm going to start off with this one and then maybe dust a little bit of this one underneath there. And the transponding shades we're going to use are this one and this one in the She's in Party palette when we get there. But I'm gonna start off with this palette. I'm gonna just lightly tap because this is like really pigmented and dark. Okay, so that's pretty dark underneath there, and I didn't bring the brush in here that I have to fix that with, so we're just gonna go ahead and take one of the brushes that's already here and fix it. Okay. It's entirely too dark and I need to cut it. So. to control that just a little bit there now. So let me see if I can wipe some of this off on the back of my hand and then pull in with the lighter shade. And then we're going to take the lighter and dust it underneath there. Okay, so take the same brush again and dust the crap out of this because I'm feeling like, especially on the outer V, I'm not necessarily liking that, so we need to rectify all this here. Okay, so that's looking way better now. Okay, so now let me get my other brush. Where is it? And then we're going to go into the other palette, and then I'll put in the inner corner color. I feel like you already know I'm going to use this color Skeleton Kiss for the inner corner, but let's finish the lower lash line first. So, this other BH Cosmetics brush and start running it here. If I had a purple eyeliner, I would use, wait, now I have a plum eyeliner here, so I'll use that. Since, like I said, we're not doing any other eye looks today. I'm tired. Like Friday is my tired day. Saturday it's like chill back day when I stay in the house and try to do the majority of my content. And then Sunday, I'll come back and start trying to, do other stuff. But I wanted to get some of these videos done today. And now that I'm in the groove, I'm like over here okay and good. But yeah, I don't know. When I first got up at 2 o'clock, I was mad because I had only had 2 hours of sleep. I'm just taking the same brush and trying to dust and make all this look nice and pretty there. Nice and pretty. I'm either gonna put on some mascara. I'm gonna put on the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, and I might put another one with it just because I have like 2 or 3 mascaras open, so I feel like I need to be using them bitches. Okay. Now I'm going to take. Wait, no, that's the wrong brush. I'm gonna take the shade that we used in the crease on the other side and start dusting that underneath her. So get that. Oh yeah. Take the same Luxie brush, go underneath there and smoke and dust out this nicely here. I always bring mine down kind of low though because I have, as y'all know, creases underneath my eyes. So I feel like if I bring it down low enough, then you don't notice my creases as much. That's my purpose for doing that. Take the same clean brush that had no product on it, just start dusting all around to try to make everything look nice and smooth. The other one we used had product on it, so I feel like if I put this one in back the fact, it would blur it just a tad bit more. Although I feel like I'm somewhat looking like a raccoon. I'm just taking all the other eye and underneath the eye as well, since I didn't bring the other brush in here. So yeah, just gonna work with what we got because I don't have to get up and do this again. It's the last video today, so we're gonna make it count. Make it count. Okay, so inner corner brush. There it is. Okay, so I'm taking this Kaleidos. What is this? The S5. And I'm gonna take that color Skeleton Kiss that I showed you all, and we're gonna pop that in the inner corner real quick. And I love the pink coloring it's giving me. It's definitely a vibe. If I had an eyeliner here, I would possibly try to use it. I don't know, because knowing me, I'd probably screw it up and then I'd be looking crazy for the rest of the day. And if I do go somewhere, I don't want to be looking crazy because the only part you can see is my eyes. And then they'd be like, damn, she can't do eyeliner for damn. So, yeah. Okay. Keep dropping stuff. So sorry. I'm trying to find the eyeliner. Here's my plum eyeliner. I kind of want to use this one, though. Let me swatch it so you can see. I'm kind of feeling like that one will be a little bit cooler in or last night, but I'll show you the plum one too. But the plum one I haven't even like, the plum one I feel like will blend in a little better. And I kind of want a little bit of extra pop. Not that, you know, there's not enough pop. Yeah, put this in the waterline. Yeah, I'm not a person who pulls down in the waterline in order to get the eyeliner in there, because I heard that like message that your crap, my eyes are watering, but I heard that message with like the skin underneath your eyes and gives you like crow's feet when you do that. So I'm like, yeah, we not doing it. My eyes have to water for a few minutes while I put the eyeliner on. It just has to water because I already have creases underneath my eyes. I don't want creases on that other parts of my eye too. Okay, so I put that in there. I don't know if you can tell because I put all the other stuff before. I probably should put that in first, just so it could attach to that and see a little bit better. But alas, we're here, so it's too late. But yes, this is my finished eye look using the She's in Party palette. I'm going to go off camera and put on some mascara and stuff because I figured this video has been long enough for eye look. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are dimes. So I'm gonna go outside and take some look at me. I think I'm sexy selfie so you can see how all this looks together. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, remember, you all are diamonds. Bye.